Hello, Michael. Thank you
Hi,
for
Fiona.
joining us. Today we are very excited at VMware to host Chief Technology Officer Michael Turner from Northern Beaches Council. You've been there just over 2 years, Michael, and you're responsible for massive transformation of the digital strategy, and you have impacted the change of the Northern Beaches Council significantly in the last 2 years. Tell us a little bit about your role and the challenges that you have overcome.
Thanks, Fiona. So just beginning with my role, I've come from a background over many different industries. So I'm currently the CTO over at Northern Beaches Council. One of the biggest challenges is trying to deal with the legacy environment.
Yeah.
And look at all the different technologies and also supporting our community that's there in the time of need, being emergency situations is one of the biggest ones that comes to mind at the moment. So through the council, we actually take 300,000 customer interactions every year, and we support 8,000 different services that we provide out to the community. So it's not just about roads and rubbish.
Yeah.
It's also so many other services as well.
Yeah. I can imagine, and especially during COVID, it would have been quite a challenging time for the Northern Beaches Council. Tell me a little bit about your resilience strategy. You have, in the last couple of years, put together a resilience strategy. What are the initiatives that have come out of that strategy that have in turn assisted and influenced the digital transformation journey that the council's been on?
Yeah, so one of the things is over in 2021-22 period, we were dealing with COVID outbreaks as well in the local area, plus the greater Sydney region.
Yeah.
But we also had natural disaster declarations twice in that period, and that was due to localised flooding. So when we have the localised flooding, we also have hundreds of people who are on the ground supporting the community 24/7, and they need support, and they basically need IT support to help them do their jobs.
Yeah. Wow, that's a big job.
Certainly is.
The council has signed a game-changing deal for broadband powered by satellite, and in particular, Starlink's low Earth orbit satellite, supported by VMware SD-WAN and Co-Evolve as a partner to facilitate. How did you end up evaluating your SD-WAN solutions, and how has it helped deliver a better service for Northern Beaches Council and its constituents?
Yeah, so we've looked at the local area and the requirements that we had for this resilience that we needed. Some of our locations, because of the flooding, it actually floods all of our network, of course, like other areas. And we looked at different technologies. We basically went back to basics of what the requirement was and what could meet the requirement. So we worked with Gartner firstly to have a look at where they positioned VMware,
the IT consulting research company,
into the top quadrant, and VMware is definitely there. And we had a look at, spoke to different customers already of VMware, and had a look at what could potentially be a good fit for us. And it actually has been a really good fit, because we're using one of their great integrators as well, their partners being Co-Evolve to help us out. And it's been challenging, but with their experience, it's been a lot easier than what we were thinking it was going to be.
Yep. Well, Co-Evolve is one of VMware SD-WAN's longest standing partners and MSPs. So I'm glad you're enjoying that relationship there. In terms of what was the motivation behind choosing Starlink? Because you're one of our unique customers, one of our very first customers that has trialed Starlink on the VMware SD-WAN box. So what's the motivation behind choosing Starlink and a satellite? Because normally we think about satellite for remote, very remote Australia. So this is a very unique use case, being a sort of a non-remote council.
Yeah. So in the Northern Beaches Council area, there's a lot of different terrain to begin with. And some of the areas are very challenging from a traditional fibre network.
Yeah.
And we wanted to have a look at the resiliency of not just using just our fibre,
Yeah.
or also our provider as well. So we wanted multiple points of access and to provide those services. So Starlink was a natural way for us to do that.
Yeah, to achieve true technology diversity as well and redundancy. And how is that performing?
It's actually going really well.
Yeah. Is that primary or redundant or both?
Both.
Okay.
So we'll have it being used as active, because it's no use just having the service.
True.
Because when you need it, we need it for the emergency services as well. So we want to make sure that it's actually working and running.
Excellent.
And we've also got different requirements that have come up. We've got our library that's open 24/7.
Oh, wow. Do tell me a little bit more about that. I think, you must be one of the first councils to have a 24/7 library.
Yeah, that's right.
What was the thinking behind that?
So the community wanted to have extended hours for the library itself. And we've noticed that what's actually happening is people who are majority of, let's say, high school students, uni students who want a quiet space, who want to be able to use outside of normal hours. And it's been heavily utilised by those groups of people coming together.
Excellent.
And working together late at night, which really surprised us.
Sure. Okay. Well, that's great. I guess it's only natural given more high density living, people living in like 1 or 2 bedroom units, hard to actually get your own space to really study in a quiet location, hence the need for this.
And we provide the network for them.
So, however, my security brain is on overdrive here in terms of you've got a 24/7 library. Obviously, physical security is definitely going to be a massive concern. In terms of digital security, I would imagine that you're responsible for that.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So one of the initiatives over a period of years is our cyber security uplifters program as well. And we've been deploying a lot of AI tools and machine learning tools to do that and to monitor our whole network. And if we see threats from internal in our network and externally as well. But going back to your question about the library itself, I'm not going to talk about the actual nuances about it, but it's a very secure environment for individuals to come and work and enjoy the facilities.
Well, definitely a unique value proposition from the Northern Beaches Council, and it's really great to see that. I hear also that you're developing smart parking solutions.
Yep.
Take us through what you've landed on there.
Yeah, so that's still in its
incubating phase.
Yeah, that's right. So we're looking at smart parking solutions,
Yeah.
Predominantly in the Manly area to begin with. And then from there, we're also looking at expanding our IoT network as well.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of things that monitor soil
Okay.
in fields at the moment, and being able to turn lights on and off and things like that. But we're actually looking at all different technologies coming up.
Sure. And so that's the buzzword part, like the last 5 years would have been a smart city construct. And I know that troubleshooting and IoT monitoring is something that would be extremely important with all these endpoint devices. Considering something like edge network intelligence from VMware to sit above that to understand your IoT environment and give you some insights into troubleshooting.
Yeah, so with the SD-WAN deployment, we've been using ENI as well, which is a VMware product. And that actually helps us because we always get incidents coming into our help desk talking about, can we do something with the network? This application's running poorly. And we're able to monitor people's home networks.
Oh, fabulous. With that work from home. Yeah.
With the work from home, and also pick up trouble spots where we might have in our network as well.
Wow. Okay, fabulous. So it leads me to ask you, where do you see the IT or the future of your the IT journey for Northern Beaches Council?
Yeah, so we want to be one of the first leading councils within Australia,
Wow.
not just within New South Wales, to actually lead through digitisation as well. We're working a lot with Services New South Wales at the moment.
Excellent.
To have a look at different technologies of what they're going to be putting out in place, and trying to be on their beta program and things like that as well. It's all about what we can actually do, services for the community, and make it easier for them as well.
Well, it's very encouraging that you're tapping into a state-based agency to leverage their knowledge and learnings. You probably are aware that VMware also assisted Services New South Wales with the app and the digital driver's license. So finally, what would be the advice you'd give to your peers in the other 127 New South Wales councils around selection of SD-WAN vendor, and if they're evaluating that currently or in the future?
Yeah, I think like every piece of technology, you just go back to basics. So you have a look at, gather your requirements, talk to the industry, talk to your peers, find out what actually works, go and see it working in locations. Try and work out, is it a good fit? And basically, when you look at it and you sum it all up, then you make an informed decision. That's how we did with VMware, because what was written on the box, what you get is exactly how it performs.
Oh, wow.
So we work through the integrators and the partners of VMware, and we're able to implement it just as it should work.
Excellent. So it's really good to hear that it worked first time out of the box, and you're having a really good experience.
Yeah, that's right.
About what, are you 6 months in now? Of deployment. Fabulous. Well, I'm glad that you and the council have really seen the benefits from VMware SD-WAN, and working alongside our very good partner CoEvolve to deliver that fantastic solution that assists the constituents of the Northern Beaches Council. You've done a remarkable job, and congratulations.
Thanks, Shannon.
Thank you,
Michael.
Michael.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.